Good morning. We are live. And I thought I'd better come in 2 minutes early after Friday's fiasco. I must apologize to those of you that tried to come on Friday, but it was hard going on the internet front, and it turned out I had a problem. But thanks to the marvelous people in IT, we're all ready and raring to go. So we've got a couple of minutes, 2 minutes before D-Day. So while we're doing that, we'll go over a few basics. We just want to make sure we got a nice space to work in. I know not all of us are blessed with a massive space, so please do not worry, but just make sure it's as safe as it can be. We are going to have some wall presses today. I like to put the basic squats and wall presses in. There are adaptations for all of them. So if your knees aren't up to doing full squats, then I will give you some alternatives. If you don't have a clear enough wall space for the wall presses, you could use a resistance band. I'm live, Thomas Tagg. You could use a resistance band.
Your actual thing starts in 2 minutes and it's not actually showing the video. So
It is, I promise you.
Alright, I'll check on my laptop.
Okay.
It's not working on the TV.
Okay, excuse me. Everyone's home. And good morning, Cedric. Sarah and Sam are very well in these trying times. So, where was I? Let's go back to it. If you cannot do the wall presses and you require an alternative, if you have a resistance band, you can use that to do something like that. Okay? You can use it to do that. Now, let's come back to it. It is now coming up to 9:30, so we are ready to go. Are we feeling well? Good. Are we feeling is there any injuries, any unusual aches and pains? I'm hoping not, but if there is, and if anything feels wrong, don't do it. Now, what I'm aiming to do today is to sprinkle a little bit of sunshine, particularly to those of us who live in the Cardigan area. Oh, it's here. I urge you to just stay as safe as you can, and we will be getting in contact with you all, just so you know, to give you the option. If you haven't got anyone who can pick up medications or get food for you, we do have a Ceredigion County Council number that you can get hold of, and it will be some support. We'll be emailing you as well. So if anyone's worried about things like that, please don't, because there is support out there for you. Billy Tagg is doing this session downstairs in our living room. So good morning, Billy. Thank you for joining us. And let's get started, shall we? So we're just going to see if we can find a nice comfortable position. Now, those of you who are standing, you want to be about hip width apart. If we're seating to do this workout, you can do it quite easily in that front half of the chair. Try and make sure we have a little gap between your back and the chair, so we're using these core muscles and we're not sort of just slumping in the chair like this. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, feet hip width apart, and we're going to start with a little bit of a shoulder warm up. So let's soften those knees, lengthen through that spine, and we're going to start with those little shoulder shrugs. So we're just going to draw the shoulders up to the ears and back down. And we're going to take one more of these. Really see if you can slide those shoulders away from the ears. Then we're going to draw that tummy button away from the waistband of the trousers. And we're just going to lift that rib cage out to the hips. We're going to lengthen up. Good. So we're just going to lift that rib cage, lengthen through that spine, and come all the way up. Good. So we're just going to take a couple more of these. This feels lovely in the lower back. So we're getting a little bit of movement in that lower back. We've got that chest open, shoulders nice and relaxed. And then we're going to see if we can take some little toe taps. So we're just going to push that big toe, down towards the floor, just getting a little bit of ankle mobility, just starting to come into that body, especially for those of us that haven't even had their cup of tea this morning, well, or coffee, hot water and lemon, whatever your poison. Okay, now we're going to take that heel to that spot on the floor. And then we're going to bring it in. Let's just see if we can walk those feet a little bit wider. Now, what we're going to make sure of is we just gently tuck that bottom under, soften those knees, and imagine you've got those headlights on your hip bones. They're shining on the wall in front of you. And we're going to just take a little twist one way and the other. So it's very much a movement from the waist. Nice, relaxed shoulders. And we're just maintaining that ability to twist and turn within this spine. Now, bring it back. Let's see if we can just walk it out. So if we're seated, everything's looking the same so far. We're just walking it out. We're standing, we're just walking it out. Nice and easy does it. Is it walking on the spot's a bit of an unusual one. So we're just placing the ball of the foot down and just rolling through to the ball of the heel, or the heel of the foot. And then we're just going to bring it back, and we're going to go back to those little toe taps. So nice long spine, nice relaxed shoulders. So we're standing nice and tall. We're going to go to those heel digs. Brilliant. And we're just going to take it at your pace. So whatever pace I'm going at today, if it's too slow, it's up to you. You can speed it up. If it's too fast, you can slow it down. So you can look to me just to set the exercises up and then just take it at your pace. Now let's bring these feet in. You might need to hold on to something because we're going to take a heel toe action. So we're going to plant that heel and that toe on the same spot on the carpet or on the floor, and then we're going to change legs. So this is a lovely bit of ankle mobility. So those of you, I don't know anyone who doesn't have uneven pavements in this part of the world to walk on. So really help with those uneven surfaces when you're walking. Okay, then we're going to bring it down. We're going to walk it out again. Let's see if we can bring a little more shoulder in. So we're going to roll the shoulders up to the ears and back down while looking straight ahead. Up to the ears and back down. Good. See if you can keep those feet moving. Woohoo! Cooking on gas, my friends. Billy, how's it going? Good. Well done, son. And then we're going to take those feet a little bit wider. We're going to come back to hip width apart. We're going to take those feet a little bit wider and back to hip width apart. And then we're going to see if we can take those little taps behind us. So we're just going to take a tap behind. Let's show you from this angle. Just opening up those hips. Good. Opening up those hips. Let's see if we can do a couple more behind us. And then let's see if we can take it to those side taps. So I'm just going to watch out for that chair. So we're just tapping to the side, tapping to the side. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to bring it into those little pedals. So a little bit like walking on the spot, but we're not actually lifting the whole foot off the floor. So it's very much coming onto the ball of the foot. I think they call this the jogger's walk in one of the videos I've been watching recently. 3, 2, 1. Now, let's see if we can take those steps behind us again. And this time, slow it down and just make them slightly bigger and gently start to press the heel of that back foot down towards the floor. You'll feel a lengthening, almost like a little mini stretch in those calf muscles. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a little bit of stretch on the move. That's it, stretch on the move. And then we're going to bring it in. We're going to lift those knees a little bit higher. While we're doing this, I'm just going to move the chair to one side a little bit. Before I kick it, game over then, isn't it? Okay, brilliant. So we're just lifting those knees a little bit higher, nice strong trunk. We can add a little bicep curl just to get those arms moving. And then we're going to change these knee lifts to a little toe tap in front, and we'll come back to that bicep curl. Come back to that bicep curl. Good. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. We're going to gently walk it out. Now let's see if we can just take some elbow circles. And again, I like to draw the circles backwards because we tend to do so much stuff forwards all the time that anything we can do just to increase that sort of opening of the chest, I really like to encourage. Good, so we're just opening out that chest. Now with one arm, we're just going to draw slightly bigger circles only if it feels comfortable. Don't push into pain. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Slightly bigger circles. Good. And bring it down. And then you're just going to give me a little hug. And we're going to bring these arms in. Good. Now we're going to do something different with the feet. We're going to give us a little hug and in. Good. So we're opening out that chest. Brilliant. Opening out those arms, drawing the shoulder blades together, keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed away from the ears. Now bring it in. We're going to take a little knee bend and we're going to breathe in, breathe out. Good. So we're just making this could be your circle, okay? So it depends how flexible those shoulders are. We're breathing in and we're breathing out. We're going to take one more, stretch up, breathe out. We're going to bring these hands behind you. We're going to see if we can hold onto those fingertips, draw those shoulder blades together, see if you can draw that tummy in, and then shake it out, guys. Shake it out. Brilliant. Oh, that's better. Can't stop shaking it out. Now, let's see if we can just push away from the body, okay? We're not overreaching. When we get to this point, we don't do that, okay? So keep that nice strong core. We're just pushing away, bringing those arms back. Brilliant, guys. Now, let's see if we can bring it here into that W position. And then we're just going to gently reach up. So again, we're just looking for a comfortable range. Okay, if that head and neck feels uncomfortable, it could be that we're looking up. So see if you can look straight in front of you or even down a little bit. And then we're going to take both arms together again, breathe in, and we're going to breathe out. Lovely. Take a little roll of those shoulders, guys. Good. Now, let's see if we can take a little kick forwards, a little kick forwards. Good. So we're keeping that really nice strong core. We're not leaning forwards and we're not leaning backwards. And this is where we're going to work those core muscles. We're going to do a bicep curl and we're going to do 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's pedal it out, pedal it out. Now, let's see if we can practice our upright rows. So we're just going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, nice strong elbows. When we go into the main section, it's up to you. You can use some tins or bottles of water, light weights if you've got them, or you can just use body weight. That's fine. And then we're going to bring it down. Okay, steady those feet for a moment, guys. Reach over, give yourself a nice big pat on the back. Good. And then we're going to walk it out. We're going to release. Good. Let's do the same on the other side. Reach over, give yourself a nice big pat on the back, and we're going to release. Walk it out. And then we're just going to take those arms. We're going to go for a really nice, brisk walk on the spot. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to relax these arms. Relax the arms, just let them swing a little bit. And we're going to go into those heel digs. Good. How are we feeling there? How are we feeling? You'll know at this point whether it's going to be a session that you might need to just tone it down, take it a little bit easier, or maybe build it up. Good. Good. You want to come in? Come on in. I've got the boys home with me and I keep getting little faces in the door. One's in a dressing gown, wants to come in. Now, we're going to just slow it down and then we're going to leave one foot there. We're going to take that into the... There's one dressed in a horse's mask. It's like a comedy of errors. Bring it back up, walk it out. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. Are you okay? You're going to try and do it as well, are you? Mr. Horse? Yeah? Nay? and bring it up. And then we're going to just take these little heels, squeeze this behind us. Now, when we're doing this, we want to try and keep those knees pointing down towards the floor, tummy in, bottom in. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you find that those hamstring curls, or we could call them heel squeezes, heel kicks, are no good in the main section, we can do this movement instead, okay? Or we can just make them a little bit smaller. Right then, everybody, let's see if we can take these feet a little bit wider than normal, nice strong trunk, and we're just having a very gentle little softening of the knees, little knee bend, and then we're just tapping that foot. So we're just transferring the weight, basically, one leg and then the other. Now, this is what our wide base sway is going to be doing. Good. Now, we're going to slow it down, go back to the legs only, and we're going to just see if we can push this arm across the body. So what we're doing is getting a nice bit of rotation. So if you know you struggle with the back, we want to keep these movements small. If you feel okay with it, we can even take a little turn of these hips. Okay, so we're pushing across the body. So this will be our punch across. If it doesn't work for you, just walk it out, march and punch on the spot. Okay, let's walk it out. Good work, guys. How are we doing? Are we okay? Great. Now, let's take a nice big circle. And again, you may, if you've got any lamps around you or any objects, you may need to make these circles a bit smaller. And we're going to bring it down. Okay, tap it out. One more little thing we're going to practice. We've got our chair. Not everyone will have a chair, but we're just going to practice our little squat movement. So if you don't have a chair, we're just going to take those feet hip width apart, and we're going to practice some mini squats. If we have a chair, we're going to just bring our feet close to the chair, hip width apart, and we want to be able to feel those legs on the seat of the chair, just touching. And again, we're going to imagine that we're just about to sit down, but we change our mind. So it's a little mini squat. Now make sure those heels are glued to the floor. Have a look at how those knees bend. Make sure they're bending in that hinge joint movement. So the knees are bending in line with that second toe or the big toe. Walk it out, guys. Now, walk it out. If we've got our chair, this time with those feet hip width apart, we're going to sit down, place those heels underneath the knees. We're going to take some little hovers and down. So we're not going all the way up. Okay, if you don't have your chair, we're just going to practice a slightly bigger range of squat. And we're going to hold it there. Bring it back to that walk on the spot, guys. So we're just going to take that little shoulder squeeze, relax the shoulders down. We are ready for action. So if you need a toilet break, if you need to have a sip of water, grab it now. I'm going to put the stopwatch on. She says, I am here. Keep your feet moving, my friends. Keep your feet moving. Stopwatch needs to be plugged in. Okay. I am here. I'm just going to get the pin into the stopwatch. All right. We are ready to rumble. Are you ready? I've got the music going. We are going to do 30 seconds on each exercise. So we're going to do each little circuit twice. So it will be about 10 to 12 minutes, okay? If anything feels wrong, just walk it out, slow it down. Okay, we got the music. So we're going to start marching on the spot. Let's take some kicks. All right, we're going to do 30 seconds of kicks. So if you did just slow down a little bit then, let's just use this first minute to get back into it. Okay, little kicks. Now we can take an opposite arm reach. We can take a double arm reach if you like. Keep that nice upright body, trunk. Good. Okay, this is going to chase the cobwebs away today, guys. All right, ready for the side taps. You're going to walk it out, tap, Okay, this is good. Now, next, we're going to take a little walk between each one. We're going to tap behind us. You ready? Walk it out. Now, tap. Now, remember, we can add the arms if you like. Or we can just do the legs. So you may think, if you're feeling like taking it a little bit steadier, you might just do the leg movement. If you're thinking, I feel good, there, you can add those arms. You can add a smaller arm movement if you want to go halfway, if you want to sit on the fence. Okay, we're going to walk it out, guys. Now it's those upright rows. So I'm going to do the first set without my weights because I can't remember where I put them. Good. Oh, there they are. They're under the resistance band on the chair. I was wondering where they'd gone. I thought the kids had stolen them. Good. But not to worry. A nice upright body. So you're keeping that chest lifted, looking straight ahead. Working those upper back muscles. Keeping the feet moving if you can on this one, guys. And we're going to walk it out. Put those chins down. And side steps. So we're going to do singles, then we're going to do doubles. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Singles. Now, I'm doing the first round without any arms. If you want some arms straight away, good. Now, from this, we're going to go to doubles. We're going to go 4, 3, 2. Now let's take double. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. You've got this. Not sure I have. Good. So it's double steps. Good work, guys. Okay. Last double. Bringing it back. We're going to walk it out and knee lifts. You ready for knee lifts? Good. So we're going through these exercises quicker than normal. We can take that opposite hand, opposite knee, or we can just focus on that nice strong core, lifting those knees up in front of the hip bone, working those hip flexors, working the heart and lungs. Good work. How are you, Billy? Still going? I think I can hear it calling. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to find our wall for our press ups. You should get in about 8. Let's do it. So focus on making sure you've got that nice long neck, chin drawn to the back of the neck. And when you lower that head towards the wall, the nose is going to be above the fingertips. So this is what should be happening. Strong plank here, arms, shoulders, chest doing the work. Last one, walk it out. Good. Find that space, hamstring curl. Are you ready? So alternative if you need one. Good work, guys. Good. Nice, soft knees. Now if this is hurting, just do something different. Good. Now, from this, we're going to take it into that wide base sway. So it's still just that transference of weight. Get it? Okay. Now you can add this arm movement if you like. You might need to temper it if you're next to someone. Next to a loved one. Loved one, you'll find out if you're not as loved as you thought you were if you get a thwonk in the side of the head. Good. Okay. Now we're going to just slow these arms down and remember that push across the body. So we're going to push across the body. Good. Make sure those heels are on the floor as you come back to center. Good. Now you can make this smaller You can actually march on the spot and just punch if you prefer. Good. Punching across. Not too high. Good. So you'll feel these muscles here really having to work hard. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. March it out, guys. Now, if you're doing a sit to stand, come with your legs against the chair. You're squatting, feet hip width apart. Actually, we're going to do stand to sit. So you don't have to sit all the way down. Push your bottom to the back of the chair. Good. Chest is lifted. Push up into those heels. Squeeze these bottom muscles at the top. So you can straighten those legs without locking at the knees. Good. You want to make it harder, we can bring it here. Lovely work, guys. Let's check the core. Walk it out. We're going to do that again. Happy? Good. Okay, kick. Brilliant, guys. It's going to go so quickly today. Now, if you wanted to work a little bit harder in this segment, we're going to add the arms. Take the arms out if you don't want to work harder. Good. So we've got these little kicks forwards. It's not a can-can, just nice little kicks. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to walk it out. Get ready for those side taps. Ready? Tap.
Look around himself and say, yes, it's time for the judgment day.
That's good, guys. So we've got a little lateral raise here. Soft elbows. We're not taking those arms higher than the shoulders. So we can keep those shoulders nice and relaxed and away from the ears. Good, we're going to go 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Now, those backward taps. Good. Now we can add the forward raise, or we can just do the legs. Just be careful you're not overarching that back as the legs come back and the arms come forward. Keep drawing these abdominals away from the waistband of your trousers. Good. Imagine you're doing that tight pair of trousers. Yes. They're not really tight, just a little bit tighter than normal. Think Christmas Day. Okay. And walk it out. Now, what is next? Upright row. I know where my tins are. Okay, so I'm getting my tins, keeping my back nice and straight. Good. We're going to squeeze and down. Lovely. Squeeze. Good. Keep that chest lifted, nice and open. Shoulders as relaxed as you can. Good. You can feel those muscles in the upper back working. So, Billy, this is the exercise that's going to help stop you getting around your back because of all that time you spend on the phone. Okay. Sorry. 10 minutes, that was my payback. March it out, guys. Now, side steps. You ready? Singles. Go. Now, I'm going to add a little chest press. I'm not in time with the music, guys. Feel free to just not watch me and just go with your own timing. Great stuff. We're adding this chest press. Now, we're going to slow it down. We're going to just do a single now into doubles. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Let's wash those windows. It's like the Karate Kid film, isn't it? Wax on, wax off. Good. That's those of you who remember the film from the 80s. Use the balloon again for those of you who were in the session yesterday. Okay. Do some love habit moving home. And walk it out, guys. So, knee lifts. You've got a balloon, you can bat that balloon. Kick. So we can add that opposite arm, opposite knee. Brilliant, guys. Now, just we're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's walk into that press up wall. Good. So, I know some of us may not have the wall, and I'm not sure how many saw what we did with the band earlier, but if you have got your weights in the wall, we could take alternate pushes forwards, almost together. So, as if we were doing the press up, make sure you're not leaning in. Okay? Not quite as effective, but still really good. Good. Okay, we're going to go 2, 1. One more for luck. You're meant to be doing this downstairs. Okay, walk it out, guys. We've got the hamstring curls. 30 seconds. I've got an onslaught of like kids. I've only got 2. They're all at the door with like balloons, trying to let them off. Good. Just be grateful for any peace and quiet you've got there. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Just going to make these movements a little bit smaller. Now, if you can, we'll go out this wide base sway. It's a nice long body. Great for balance, great for these core muscles, great for the heart and lungs. So just arms as high as you feel comfortable. Brilliant, guys. Now, just slow it down. Now, if you can, we're going to go for that either a push or a punch across. Good. Keep drawing that tummy band in. If you're not comfortable with the rotation, just stay with the legs. Good. Brilliant work, guys. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Now, stand to sit, or those squats. So this time I'm going to take my squat position. Good, sitting into my heels. Now, once we're down, just check out that knee position. Check where those heels are. Push up. Good. That's great, guys. Only go as far down as you feel you can control. Brilliant. We're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Bring it up. Walk it out, guys. Okay. Let's have a little pause there. All right, so we're halfway through. She says, if your breathing is like that, make sure, well, everyone needs to keep their feet moving anyway. But if you do think that was a bit hard, just remember you've got it in your armory just to tone it down a bit. So we can slow it down, we can take the arms out, we can make the movement smaller. Okay. And again, if you're thinking, could do with working a bit harder, just do the opposite. Faster, bigger range. And I've forgotten the arms and legs. Okay, so have a little drink. Try not to just throw it all over your face. I'll leave it till afterwards. Have a little drink. Try not to throw it down your face and your top, and keep your feet moving. So I'm hoping everyone was okay with that one, because we're going to go through it again. But this time, we're going to do 30 seconds of each, and then we're going to come back up the list. So it'll be a minute of squats. So if you do need to chill out for a bit, just walk on the spot. Are you ready, my friends? I think the music will run out at some point, so I'll just change the playlist when it happens. So don't be perturbed if that does. Are we ready? So straight to squats. Are we ready? Or I'll stand to sit. 30 seconds, then another 30 seconds. Oh no, it's not straight to squats. It's forward kicks. Ignore me. I think I know what I'm doing. I obviously only had 1 coffee. I obviously need 2. Good. So we kick it. Nice and light on your feet. Not locking out those knees, just really nice and easy. Get us back into it. Okay, now from here, into those side taps. Are you ready? Walk it out. Now, I'm going to do a different arm movement with this one. I'm going to do a push. You do whatever you feel comfortable. Brilliant, guys. We're using the shoulders, the chest muscles, the arms, the hip muscles, everything's working here. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out now, those backward taps. Good, now we can add those arms, or we can just stay with the taps. We can make smaller arms. Good work, guys. Okay, you're putting on gas. I can feel the energy coming through the screen. Keep it up, guys. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to go 3, 2, 1. We're going to grab our little light weights. Keeping that nice long back. Straight into. Don't forget to breathe out. We're keeping that chest lifted, controlling that nipple down. Good. Then we're going to do 4 faster. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Roll those shoulders. Hop those weights down. Find a nice space for side steps. Are you ready? You've got this. Now we're ready to take it for double. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Double. 1, 2, back. 2, 1, 2, back. 2. Good. Now, we're really traveling with this. So if you want to change the arms, that's fine. Good work, guys. Love, you can feel the shoulders in this one, can't you? Good. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Find a nice space. Knee lifts. So we can just relax the shoulders a little bit. We can take that opposite arm, opposite knee if you like. Keep that strong trunk. Good. Keep drawing that tummy button away from the waistband. Doesn't have to be a really strong pull, just a light one, just to keep everything in line. Really keep those core muscles, keeping that trunk nice and strong. Brilliant, guys. Now, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Let's find that wall for those press ups. I'm going to come here. I'm coming here. So, the further the feet are from the wall, the more challenging it'll be, but we need to keep that trunk strong. So imagine this body's a plank, and the only movement is these arms bending at the elbows, straightening. Fingers pointing up towards the ceiling, elbows below the shoulders, so almost like an arrow shape. Good. And hold it there. Roll those shoulders, guys. Take those feet a little bit wider. We're going to take these little heel kicks. Now, if you feel comfortable, we're going to add a row. Or you can just take the heel kicks. Or you can add that little pulse. Good work, guys. Good. Now, we're going to go 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax the arms. We're going to just change it into that little wide base sway. Good. Just taking the weight from one leg to the other. Just go easy with this if you get like trouble here in the back. It's a really useful movement to do even. Bring it back. Now, are we squatting or we stand to sit? Or do we sit to stand? Whatever you feel comfortable. I'm going to give you an alternative just in case you've had enough of the squat. So we're just going to straighten out that leg. Otherwise, okay, 5 on each leg, okay? Otherwise, we're going to come and feel for that chair in the back of the legs. Good. Okay. Now, 3, 2, 1. We're going to walk it out, but remember, we're going to back up the list. So squats again. Are you ready? 30 seconds. Let's go. Keep those knees in line with that second toe. Good. Well, it's quite a good idea to have the tins on the back of the chair. I'm aiming for them. Stops me taking the weight through the knees too much. I'm taking it through my heels. Just we're pushing that bottom behind your heels. Good. Brilliant. So in this position, the weight is in the heel of the foot more than the front of the foot. Good. Just practice that. And walk it out, guys. Woo. Now, feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Remember that little bounce. Punch across. Now, if you've had enough of this one, just march on the spot and punch. Okay? Good. Just a few more seconds. Brilliant, guys. Oh, this is fabulous. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. You can do it. Now, change the end. Good. Wide base sway. So, you can just bend those elbows if you keep smacking the person next to you. Or if it's a little bit fast. Good. Just a few more seconds of this. And then we're going to take it into that hamstring curl. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. You got it. That's brilliant, guys. So now, when we're doing this, it's quite tempting to do that. So see if you can lift the chest, tuck that bottom under, draw up from those lower abdominals. I really need to put a pelvic floor type exercise clip on the channel, I think, for men and women. Such a valuable thing. Zip it up, okay? What's she talking about? Okay. Brilliant, guys. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Press ups, okay? Only 30 seconds. You can do this. Let's do it. Let's not forget to breathe out. Now, you might be starting to feel a little bit jaded. Don't worry, just make those knees smaller and slower. Okay? Or you may be thinking, I'm on it. I can do this. Brilliant, guys. So 10 seconds of knee lifts. Then we're going to go into single side steps. Okay? Singles and doubles that way. Good. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Now, we're going to step this way. 3, 2, 1. Faster. Good. Brilliant. Keep it up. Now, we're going to take the doubles. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, you've got this, guys. Now, what is it? I gotta read backwards. Oh. So it's upright row coming up. So you can do it with the weights or without the weights. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out, guys. So either pick up your weights or decide you can do it without. Upright row. Good. You might sometimes find, and this is why I like to do it without the weights sometimes, find that the tins find it quite hard to grip. It's not great for my elbow. So don't worry if that happens to you. Just find either a narrower grip or just do what I'm doing. Good. Okay, relax. Now tap it backwards. Tap it backwards. Good. We go faster. You can slow it down. Brilliant, guys. Fantastic. Keep it up. You're almost there. 1.5 minutes to go. Not even that, actually. 1 minute to go. 3, 2, 1. Now just walk it out if that breath is coming too fast. Otherwise, tap. Tap. Oh, should we try those little cactus? Good. So we're opening, drawing the shoulder blades together, bringing the palms together. Good. Nice bit of rotation in the shoulders as well. Now, you got it? Good. Don't worry, there's not many more seconds on this floor. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Now, finishing with those 30 seconds of kicks. Brilliant, guys. You have been amazing today. Keep up the good work. We just take it to the end of the track, and then we're going to slow it down, gradually bring that heart rate back to a more normal level. And you have been amazing. Good. Okay. Let's just start to slow it down. Take the arms out. Ooh, maybe take it to those toe taps. Be aware of that breathing. Good. Keep those feet moving. It's rude to interrupt the roping stones, I always think. Just very rude. We shouldn't. Keep those feet moving. What we can do, just take that little movement with those elbows. Good. That's lovely, guys. Small taps out to the side. Small taps out to the side. Relax those shoulders. Little taps behind us. Little taps behind us. See, I knew we were coming near the end. Well done, guys. Well done. We've started. Oh, what did I do? We've started the cool down. So we'll just keep those feet moving. And then we'll just take a little walk on the spot. We're going to circle these wrists a little bit. I like to bring in a little bit of this sort of thing. To always remember those. So if you want a little bit more wrist strength and grip strength, just send me a little email and I could send you some things through that you can do in your own time. And we're just going to then take that little pedal. Let's think about this shrug. So if we were getting a little bit tired, sometimes we start to take the tension in the shoulders. So we're going to squeeze it up and we're going to see how far we can actually let these shoulders relax. And you'd be amazed if this is where you think your end point is. Just see what happens if you let them go a little bit further. Suddenly notice this total tension release. We're going to bring those heels down and then we're just going to take those little heel digs forwards. Nice and slow and controlled. So if you find balance-wise when we slow it down, you need some support, that's absolutely fine. Better to stand nice and tall, train these core muscles to keep you balanced with a little bit of support than sort of wobbling and sort of training them to wobble. So really we can do a lot of valuable work with the support, and then we can gradually lose that support as time goes on. Now let's just take those little side steps. Good. And while we're stepping, we're just going to take a little open and we're going to bring it in. So really flowing movement. Breathing out, breathing in. Then we'll just take a tap out to the side, open out that chest. Good. Little tap and an open, and then we're going to bring it in. So I'm going to show you from this angle. Got that wall for support. I've actually got my feet hip width apart, and I'm going to slide one foot behind me to start our calf stretch. So we're going to press the heel of this back foot down towards the floor. Good. So these healthy calf muscles need stretch, especially if we're doing a lot of walking. When the calf muscles get really tight, it can impact sort of further down or further up. So certainly those of you that have had something like plantar fasciitis or Achilles tendonitis, part of the sort of rehab process is really getting in these calf stretches. So if we can build them in when we don't have an issue, really good. So let's keep these muscles nice and flexible. So we're pressing that heel down towards the floor, keeping that chest lifted, and then we're just going to keep breathing in and out, bring it back up. Lovely. Good. Now let's see if we can walk these feet just a little bit wider. Just a little bit wider, not so wide that you're struggling to stay up. Soften the knees a little bit. We're going to walk this hand over the shoulder. So if that's your limit, that's absolutely fine. We're going to find your stretch point for the shoulders and the triceps, and then we're just going to see if we can hold that position, maybe ease it a little bit closer using this supporting arm. So we're breathing out while we do this, and then we're going to release. Shake those arms out a little bit. We'll do the same on the other side. Good. So nice, strong stance. We're going to walk this hand over that shoulder and then support that stretch. So we're breathing out, supporting this stretch. So when we're doing these, we sort of want a minimum really of 15 seconds. Okay. But, you know, it depends. If you really struggle to hold it, maybe just bring it back a little bit so you can hold it for that amount of time. And then we're going to take a little roll of those shoulders. Now let's take those feet a little bit wider again, and we're going to see if we can get those toes pointing towards 12 o'clock. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this foot away from center, and we're going to bend this knee in line with that big toe. Now I'm probably going to have to take my feet a little bit wider to get this stretch, but we're looking for a stretch down this inner thigh. Now if we want to increase the stretch, we're going to stand nice and tall and take that side bend towards the straight leg, and we'll feel a little bit more of a stretch down here. And then we're going to just make sure we come up, walk this foot back to a comfortable position, wiggle your toes a little bit, and then we're going to do the same the other way. So this toe is at 12 o'clock. This is turned outwards, and we're bending the knee in line with that big toe or that second toe. And then if we want, we can just make sure those hips are square and lift that rib cage out of the hips. Good. But it's up to you. It depends with this and all the flexibility moves on how flexible you actually are. Heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in. Walk it out. Good. All right. Let's just think about these trunk muscles a little bit more. So we're going to see, I'm going to stand back a bit so you can see my arm as much as possible. We're going to reach up, draw this tummy button in, and then just lift that rib cage out to the hips. So we get this lovely stretch for the back and all these muscles in the trunk we were working earlier. Bring it down. We'll do the same on the other side. So we're going to reach up, just lift that rib cage out to the hips. Get that really nice. So for some of us, it could be here. It's fine. You could bring that arm here, okay, if the shoulder doesn't allow you. Let's just adapt it for our purposes. But the main part of it is that lifting the rib cage out of the hips. And then we're going to walk it out. Good work, guys. Good work. So let's see if we can do the backs of these thighs. So I'll show you it standing. I'll show you it sitting. We're going to take that small heeled step forwards. We're going to bend that supporting leg, hinge at the hips and bring that chest towards the straight leg. So ideally we want those hips square on, shoulders square on. We're feeling this stretch down the back of the thigh. We're going to come all the way up. Let's see if we can come back down on the same side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Lovely. Then we'll do the same on the other side. So if we decide to do this one seated, we're going to sit in the front half of the chair. Same as standing. We've got the supporting leg, foot underneath the knee, one heel out in front, hips square on, hinging at those hips, bringing that chest towards the straight leg. Brilliant. Okay, so we are going to just gently come out of that and come back down when we've had a little bit of respite. So we're going to come back down, pushing that bottom to the back of the chair for 3, 2, keep breathing out and bring it all the way back. And then we'll just gently move your feet. Gently move your feet, guys. Lovely. So we're going to think about these chest muscles now. So let's just see if we can bring these arms, palms facing you, behind the body. Now what we're going to do is look straight ahead. We're going to see if we can bring those fingers together and interlock them. If you can't, just hold it there. And we're going to see if we can draw the shoulder blades together, really retract these shoulders. So we're bringing those hands behind you, drawing the shoulder blades together and out, down, really opening at the front of the chest. And if you can, we're just going to gently raise those arms, keeping the shoulders drawn away from the ears. And then we'll release, let those arms swing a little bit. Good work, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. Let's just take one more, shall we? Or 2. One for the front of the thighs, one for the head and neck. Well, hello, Sam. Now, we're going to stand holding onto the wall. We're going to see if we can bend this knee and get that knee pointing down to the floor. If you can take it that step further, we'll hold on to the back of the trainer, back of the trouser leg, sock, or even the front of the trainer. And we're just going to push that hip forwards of the bent knee gently, look straight ahead. And then we're going to release. Let's see if we can do the same on the other side. So you've got those levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3, or level 4. Good. But with all of them, let's see if we can lift the chest and tuck that bottom under. Try not to lean forwards. Good. And we're going to breathe out, and then we're going to release. Good. So we're going to take a little roll of those shoulders, settle down, soften those knees.
Yeah, what do you stop?
Then we're going to, he's asking when did we start?
Like another hour.
We're going to look towards the shoulder, okay? And then we're going to take that hand, gently draw that head so we're looking towards the hip. We're going to gently release. We're going to do the same on the other side. What he doesn't understand is that when you're 10, flexibility is an issue.
I'm still here.
We're going to look towards his shoulder, take that hand and gently pull that head till we're looking at that opposite hip. And then we're going to release. So, oh, isn't it wonderful having all your family around you? So, well done, guys. That was a super session. We're going to finish off just by softening those knees, and we're going to focus on that breath out. And just over the next few days, we may need to just take time out and just focus on our breathing for a few moments if you're feeling at all worried about the current situation. So you may not be, and I don't want to make you worried if you are, but it's a beautiful way of just settling, bringing ourselves back to a grounded position. Okay, so we can feel the feet on the floor. We're going to relax the shoulders. And all we're going to do is we're going to focus on breathing in through the nose. We can breathe in through the mouth if that's better. And we're going to take that soft breath out through the mouth. And as you're breathing in, I'm going to get you to imagine that that air is traveling through the nose, through the airways, down into the lungs, all the way to those little air sacs, those little alveoli, bringing fresh oxygen for that blood to transport around the body. And as you're breathing out, we're going to think about that air, that carbon dioxide, that waste product, just going from those air sacs through the lungs into the airways and out of the mouth. We're just going to take one more. And then before we all go to sleep, we'll have a little wiggle of those fingers, little wiggle of the toes. I know the deep breathing or the breathing out isn't for everyone, but I don't know, it's never too late to learn, is it? But if you don't like it, do not worry about it. Thank you very much for joining me. It is marvellous to have you with us. There's no internet problems as far as I know. So I look forward to seeing you at the other classes this week. Mwah! Hwyl fawr. Bye-bye.